Big U. You keep posting pictures. Like, bro, nobody is believing that. That's after Nipsey death. Like, tell the world, like, you made the phone call. I'm not saying you had anything to do with it, right? Because I doubt it. But you knew what was going to happen. And you gave the okay for it to happen. You didn't stop it.
You pretty much saying he called you, told you Nip got. You called Nip in a panic. He answered the phone. Mm-hmm. When you hear his voice, you like, well, Nip ain't dead. But you don't warn him what he said. 30 minutes later, you get a call after the fact, Nip dead.
Yeah. Allegations are true, yeah.
I mean, why do you say so?
Because I was a victim, and the things that he has done to me, he's a monster, and everything that he's getting right now, he definitely does.
Welcome back to Fame Flux, where the truth behind fame gets exposed. New revelations from Nipsey Hussle's brother, Blacc Sam, have reignited suspicion and fury around the late rapper's death, this time pointing directly at a name long whispered in the background, Big U. In a powerful emotional statement during a private gathering, Sam reportedly told close allies that Nipsey knew what was coming and had warned his inner circle about the final threat looming over him. That threat, according to Sam, was Big U. Sam claimed that tensions between Nipsey and Big U had been quietly escalating for years. What the public saw as a former mentorship had long since deteriorated into mistrust, betrayal, and silent conflict. Sam described how Nipsey became increasingly cautious, distancing himself from past affiliations and warning those close to him to stay alert. He felt the walls closing in.
So your deal with Nipsey was 10 years.
It's 10 years.
It was a 10
years, 20 publisher to air Miss Astrodome.
Oh wow. So 09 to 2019.
09 to 2019.
Sam reportedly said, "He told me straight up, if anything happens to me, just know where to look." While Big U has denied any involvement in Nipsey's death, Sam's words have only amplified long-standing theories about behind-the-scenes power struggles, gang politics, and silent betrayals that led to the fatal shooting in front of the Marathon store. For Nipsey's supporters and loved ones, these latest statements paint a haunting picture, one in which the victory lap was cut short by forces much closer than anyone wanted to admit. And now, with the truth slowly unraveling, the spotlight is back on Big U.
Wait. You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
You panic, call Nip. Nip answered the phone.
Yeah. And
you
we
like
were just talking on regular. So it's like at the end of the day, I didn't even think about it because
you don't even warn him that you got that call from dude.
No, because their relationship was so fucked up. It'd be like they be hot one minute, then they be cold the next minute, and then they be lukewarm. Like you
and
just
30
never
minutes
knew.
after you get out the phone with Nip, he get killed.
And the questions aren't going away. Nipsey Hussle's brother has finally stepped forward, revealing a critical warning he delivered prior to the fatal shooting. A warning that now directly circles back to Big U. For years, speculation swirled on the streets, but federal authorities are now said to have credible evidence to support the theory. According to statements recently resurfaced, the belief is that Nipsey's killer, Eric Holder, wasn't acting independently. His actions were allegedly influenced, possibly directed, by a more powerful figure. That figure is now believed to be Big U, whose recent federal indictment adds significant weight to these claims. Blacc Sam's words suggest a premeditated effort, not a random act of violence. Loose cannon has echoed this narrative repeatedly, suggesting Big U allowed the situation to escalate. He stated that Big U knew what was coming and did nothing to intervene. These claims were further supported during a no-jumper interview when WAC 100 attempted to clarify Loose Cannon's account. Adding to the rising suspicions, SKG also appeared in a TMZ segment, alleging that Big U...
They killed Nip too. Let's not forget, homie. They killed Nipsey Hussle. Eric Holder was not a lone actor in that. If you go back and follow the details, Nip and Big U got into it. Big U hit Nip Daddy across the head with a bat. His brother had to come out and shoot the gun.
had direct involvement in the circumstances surrounding Nipsey's death. These multiple voices coming from different corners of the industry and street culture continue to fuel calls for deeper investigation and accountability. SKG took her claims public, directly calling out Big U on her social media platform. She posted a photo alongside Nipsey Hussle, with a caption suggesting that the truth about his death was finally about to be exposed. In the message, she implied that envy played a significant role and emphasized how Nipsey's legacy had managed to outshine any hatred thrown his way. The tension between Nipsey and Big U had been building for years. A newly surfaced federal complaint sheds light on one major conflict involving studio equipment. That disagreement spiraled into hostility, prompting Nipsey to release a diss track titled "You Don't Got a Clue," aimed directly at Big U. The song reportedly triggered a serious reaction. According to reports, Big U attempted to initiate a street-level consequence against Nipsey over the track. However, Nipsey's brother intervened, escalating the matter. Sources claim the dispute became violent, with shots fired and law enforcement forced to step in to prevent further escalation. Although Eric Holder was convicted as the shooter and no element of the federal complaint directly accuses Big U of orchestrating the murder, the broader narrative is gaining traction. Federal prosecutors now have Big U facing charges for operating what they describe as a mafia-style criminal enterprise. The list of alleged crimes includes extortion, human trafficking, and financial fraud. While these charges do not legally connect Big U to Nipsey's death, the documented animosity between the two, alongside mounting legal issues, continues to fuel public skepticism and demand for deeper accountability. The mounting claims have sparked renewed questions about Big U's role in long-standing street conflicts. Among the most vocal accusers is rapper SKG, who has repeatedly painted a grim portrait of Big U's alleged behavior. According to her, one particularly disturbing incident occurred while she was pregnant. She says Big U assaulted her outside Nipsey Hussle's retail store in Crenshaw. The context behind the altercation traces back to an alleged dispute involving LA radio station KDAY, where Big U reportedly felt disrespected during a meeting. SKG claims Nipsey and his late associate Fats lured her to the location, setting the stage for what she described as a planned act of violence. In addition to the assault allegations, SKG accuses Big U of leveraging intimidation and fear to extort local business owners across the Crenshaw district for years. She describes him as a dangerous figure, someone whose actions have left lasting psychological scars on victims across the city. As the federal case against Big U gains momentum, particularly with charges of extortion and conspiracy, SKG says she finally feels a sense of justice starting to unfold. SKG has even reached out to families like that of Rayshawn Williams, a man allegedly killed in 2021 under suspicious circumstances. Street rumors have linked Big U to that case, though no formal charges have been filed in relation to the incident. Her public outreach is part of a larger effort to unite those who claim to have suffered under the same figure's influence. Her warnings have not gone unnoticed. SKG has also raised questions about Big U's possible connection to the 2017 murder of Fats, a prominent figure within Nipsey Hussle's All Money in Records label. Fats, well known in the local scene, was gunned down while working security at a marijuana dispensary in Hyde Park. The attack occurred just blocks away from the location where Nipsey himself would be killed 2 years later. Fats was struck when a light-colored sedan drove by and opened fire. While the case remains unsolved, many believe it marked the beginning of a series of calculated moves within a larger power struggle playing out across Los Angeles. The incident unfolded on September 29th along West Boulevard. While there's no definitive proof connecting Big U to Fats' death, renewed attention has surfaced due to federal charges now filed against Big U. These charges include conspiracy and extortion tied to what prosecutors describe as a broader criminal enterprise. That revelation has prompted renewed scrutiny of unsolved cases, including the 2017 shooting of Fats. As it stands, the only link between Big U and the shooting remains rooted in speculation. The LAPD continues to investigate and has reportedly been gathering information for years. However, the surrounding context, the history between Big U and Nipsey Hussle, adds an underlying motive that has intensified public suspicion. The friction between the two didn't begin overnight. It was built over time, with several confrontations documented before Nipsey's passing. The fallout reportedly began after Nipsey decided to distance himself from Big U and his influence. Following the separation, there were multiple attempts, allegedly by Big U, to interfere with Nipsey's business operations. One notable example was when Big U arrived at the studio and reclaimed equipment that had been provided to Nipsey's team. The action wasn't just about property, it was perceived as a symbolic move to block progress. But Nipsey pressed on. He was even in the middle of filming a music video with fellow artist YG when reports of a potential setup reached his team. Choosing caution, they changed locations at the last minute. According to those present, Big U and his affiliates eventually appeared at the original location, reportedly trying to disrupt the shoot and confront Nipsey's crew. Eventually, Nipsey confronted Big U directly. The conversation escalated quickly. Reports suggest Big U was angry over Nipsey's collaboration with YG and accused him of recording a diss track aimed at him. Tension boiled over when Big U allegedly threw a water bottle at Nipsey, leading both men outside for a physical confrontation. Although many believed Big U would dominate the fight due to his reputation, witnesses say Nipsey held his ground and didn't back down. This event added a new layer to the complex and strained relationship between the two figures. In the years since, the story has evolved from a personal dispute into a wider narrative filled with suspicion, unresolved conflict, and rising federal interest in those involved. Big U reportedly had to call in reinforcements during escalating tensions. Following that moment, he allegedly applied ongoing pressure to Nipsey Hussle's businesses, which triggered yet another serious incident, this time at the Marathon store. Eyewitnesses claim Big U and his entourage arrived, attempting to confront Nipsey once again, aiming to enforce what they referred to as discipline. But this time, Nipsey's brother, Blacc Sam, intervened and refused to allow any harm to come his way. What followed was a chaotic escalation. Tensions exploded into a full-blown physical altercation. During the melee, gunshots were fired into the air, scattering onlookers and drawing immediate police presence. Yet when the dust settled, Big U reportedly walked away without consequences, while Blacc Sam ended up behind bars. The imbalance in how law enforcement handled the two men only deepened public suspicions surrounding Big U's influence and reach. Around the same period, Fats, Nipsey's close ally, and a respected figure in his own right, was managing his own business ventures. Rumors began to circulate that Big U had attempted to extort Fats. But Fats, known for standing firm, didn't comply. According to those familiar with the situation, he was later approached by someone offering what appeared to be a legitimate product deal. Believing it was routine business, Fats stepped out wearing flip-flops and a Marathon shirt, completely unarmed and unaware of any trap. Witnesses say he was directed to walk to a specific street corner. That was the last time he was seen alive. Moments later, Fats was ambushed in what now appears to be a setup. Witness accounts claim a vehicle was seen speeding off from the scene. His murder deeply impacted the local community, mirroring the heartbreak that followed Nipsey Hussle's tragic death years later. Now that Big U is in federal custody, there's renewed hope that long-standing questions might finally be answered. The indictment is no small matter. He's now facing serious federal charges that include racketeering conspiracy under the RICO Act, as well as charges for extortion, human trafficking, and financial fraud. Authorities confirmed that Big U turned himself in after previously being on the run, and within 24 hours, he was brought before a federal judge for arraignment. This marks a turning point. The streets are watching closely, and the legal system may finally bring clarity to a series of events that have left lasting scars across Los Angeles. The judge ruled that Big U would remain in custody until his next federal hearing. Prosecutors argue that he's been leading a criminal network known as Big U Enterprise since 2010, allegedly operating it with mafia-style tactics and leveraging connections to the Rollins 60s gang to execute a range of illegal activities. The list of charges is extensive, but the most serious among them is Big U's alleged role in the 2021 killing of Rayshawn Williams. Additional charges include fraudulent acquisition of federal COVID-19 relief funds, embezzlement of nonprofit donations, and misuse of money tied to his Developing Options program, an organization that once attracted support from high-profile donors, including NBA players. These claims have raised serious concerns, especially considering the organization's public image as a community empowerment platform. But this is more than just one case. It's part of a massive federal sweep known as Operation Drawdown, targeting organized gang structures across Los Angeles. Already, numerous gang affiliates and associates have been arrested, with federal authorities signaling that this is only the beginning. If Big U is convicted on even a portion of the charges he faces, he could spend the rest of his life in federal prison. Despite this, Big U continues to assert his innocence. On social media, he's called the charges politically motivated and aimed at tarnishing his reputation. But with mounting testimonies from figures like SKG, Blacc, and Loose Cannon, public speculation continues to grow. Many believe more revelations are on the horizon, and that Big U could be facing far greater consequences than he initially anticipated. Now here's the question being asked everywhere. Was Big U really behind the fall of Nipsey Hussle? Did jealousy and power plays evolve into something more sinister? The evidence is stacking up, and the pressure is only increasing. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown insightful, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss an update, especially as this story continues to unfold.